Once upon a time, 3 friends were lost in a house. This podcast is all that remains of them.
Welcome back to the Jackie's House podcast, the only podcast where none of the hosts are named Jackie. I'm Angelo Rodriguez, and I'm joined with my co-hosts Rylan and Mariel.
That was great.
Welcome to episode 3.
That was amazing. Wow. Hey guys, welcome to our Halloween edition. So there's a lot of ghouls and ghosts are here in Jackie's house. She has a black cat.
Scary shit happening.
Scary shit is happening.
Boo!
There are a couple things we gotta knock off the table before this episode starts.
Alright.
One,
Oh my gosh.
he kind of, Angelo said it again, but I was just going to say that I did re-listen to the intro I did in episode 2, and saying this is the only podcast where none of the hosts are named Jackie is probably incorrect. There probably is a podcast with a host named Jackie out there, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, wait, so let's
So we're not the
rethink it.
only podcast.
Let's see, let's do
Let's reword
the
that.
only podcast named after a cat in a specific residence. Which is just Jackie's house.
Dude.
Just reiterating the title.
We are the only podcast that has a name in our like group name that it doesn't correspond to any of us.
Let's make it different every time.
Okay, sure.
How about that?
Sure.
We're not related to that word. Name. We're not related to the...
To the name of Jackie.
Yeah.
Alright, got that out of the way. Second one, yes, I know the mixing on the first 2 episodes is bad. I apologize. I tried my best to fix them. There was a mic error, and there was nothing I could do. So sorry. Hopefully it's fixed.
Bro, you don't gotta apologize to nobody.
Listen, man.
You don't owe the world shit, bro.
Listen, bro.
Dude.
Well, speaking of that, it's the Halloween episode. And,
That's right.
it looks like I'm the only one that dressed up.
Hey, Wade. Why you gotta expose
Damn, bro.
us?
I mean, like, I'm a K-pop stan.
And I have a K-pop
Oh,
shirt.
dude, we're dressed up as a couple who just went to a
my
K-pop
God.
concert.
No, it's... Yeah.
This was unplanned, though.
It wasn't...
They're both wearing...
I'm wearing a
K-
Twice t-shirt, and Mariel's wearing a
Like-
J-Hope
Yeah.
t-shirt.
And then this next part is for our YouTube audience.
Aww.
Yeah, that's right. I'm exposing them.
Ooh, wait. Oh,
Wait,
shit,
I
my
gotta
hair is so bad
Gotta
right now,
show
though, bro.
my
Oh, my lord. My name's Angelo. I guess this is your guys' first time seeing me, unless you know me actually in real life. Which you probably do. We got, like, what, 8 likes on our second episode? That's probably
14
just...
plays in the same
That's
day.
just our friends, to be honest.
14
That's just...
plays in the same day.
Yeah,
See this? This is
the Flash.
this is someone who actually cares about this podcast, and you know what? I just think that I'm
Who's
putting
putting in the hour?
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm gonna take off this jacket because it's actually hot. So.
Yeah, it's like a week away from Halloween and it's like 70 degrees
Hey, man.
outside.
You hate to see it.
Happened last year.
I guess.
It's gonna happen this year.
That's so sad.
Unless we
though.
do something about it, people. Come on, let's
Come on,
fucking
bro.
get
Rise
to
up.
work.
Rise up and save the
Follow
earth.
Greta on Twitter. She'll show that you're.
Not
care
doing
about
it,
the-
She's gonna kick all of you guys' asses.
Pretty much.
Her existence
Shout out
proves.
Greta.
Shout out Greta. Oh, the second thing I have to mention is that I almost totally forgot about this. The music I used in the first 2 episodes, they were provided by Ben Sound. Thank you to Ben Sound
Thank you, Ben.
for your sweet background jams. It was. We didn't really have our music down yet, and we still don't technically. But,
I made the intro.
yeah, he made the intro, which was great. It was,
I
it
will
was
be
done
working
very
on an outro, and I'll also be working on a loop just to have
Right.
like background music. But come on,
Right.
yeah.
And I'll
But-
be. Oh, sorry.
So no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. And what you see on like SoundCloud and YouTube, that's just the rough draft
Just all the art.
of the art.
Oh yeah, currently, unless you're listening back to this from the future, then the art's
Probably,
probably
yeah.
That
we're
is,
gonna change
we're
that shit.
probably better.
it's probably
We've
better.
changed, but not yet. Not in this episode.
Not during this current time.
But if you've reached our maybe 10th episode, we might have merch.
We'll
Okay, I made like a promise that like if we
20th?
release like 20 episodes,
20 episodes.
That's a commitment right there. I'm gonna make merch.
Also, like, merch doesn't have to be like we set it up on a store. We can just do it to
No.
like Etsy or something.
Yeah.
And we can make like just.
I'll sell it for
thing.
like $5 or some shit.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah.
Super
so,
cheap. I get
Shipping
it.
probably only in the U.S. for now. We'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out when that actually
If you're in
happens.
a
If you're
different
a
country
friend-
listening to this right now,
If you're a friend, I might just
Oh.
give it to you.
Just hit. That's true.
People will be like, "Yo,
I'm
what's
your
that?"
friend.
All you gotta do, if you're a friend, just say, "This is my friend's podcast. Go listen to it. It's on
Look
SoundCloud
at
and
that.
YouTube."
Look at that. He's telling you guys
This is the
exactly
template.
what to do.
This is the template.
Here's the template. The reason I had to do that, music provided by Ben Sound, is because his policy is that if you're going to use the music, just put credit to him in the description. And on YouTube, there's a description, but SoundCloud, there's not really too much of like a good description where people can constantly see it. So I'm just going to say it.
How does he know though?
How does,
You
Wow.
never know.
How does
Wow.
Ben know?
We're using
I'm
his
kidding. I'm
content.
kidding. Ben, we appreciate your smooth, funky jazz music in the background. It's
You've
really
done
nice.
so much for us.
Yeah.
Yes. So, if everything goes according to schedule, this will be uploaded on October 30th. So, it is Halloween Eve for all you folks at home. It is Halloween time. It's time to go hit the streets, put on the costumes
Yeah, boy.
Some candy from
Flex on them.
strangers.
from
We
some
reaping out here. I got my scythe ready.
reaping all the benefits.
Yeah, all the yeah. You reap what you sow, type of shit.
So, I mean, okay, also, by the way, I'm glad we did this. Our first recording session, we recorded 2. I mean, we already mentioned that in the first 2 episodes. We recorded 2 back-to-back, just in case we missed a week, and the next week we missed, so thank God we did that, right?
Yeah.
So it's been 2 weeks since we last recorded. So it's been a while, guys. How have you been?
I kind of like this schedule.
Once every 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's not as like strenuous.
Yeah.
And I'm like cool with recording 2 episodes in a day and
Yeah.
then like waiting 2 weeks. It's nice.
Yeah.
How is it on you on like the editing part?
I mean,
It's not that bad.
the second episode is actually legitimately better because the first episode's when all like the errors happened, and then I had to like fight through the errors. But then like I uploaded the first one, and then the second one I had a whole extra week to sit on it, and I just just learned from online and stuff, just techniques how to kind of combat the problem. So the second one is technically mixed higher and it's better. Hopefully this one is mixed perfectly. I have triple checked the settings like yesterday. I was like, this has to be right because if another podcast goes wrong, I'm gonna lose it. So yeah. How have you been, Mariel?
Me, I'm really stressed because it's the end of October, close to November, and a lot of midterm papers and exams.
Sorry, he moved a bottle and he got a little scared.
I touched like hella things.
And,
Okay.
other than that, I also quit a job that
That
just, couldn't get my. I'm not gonna say it.
We're not gonna say who
but
it is
they're
because we
pretty
kind of
popular.
fuck with them.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, is that why?
I kind
Yeah.
of fuck with the brand, but
It's just working for it was kind
working for
of too
them.
much.
It's just like you can't even get the scheduling right. So cut the toxicity, whatever, as soon as possible, or else it's
Yeah.
gonna lead to a bigger strain in the future.
Yeah, and we don't know if this is like the actual brand itself or just the management, right?
Might
It's probably
just
just
be
the
the
it's probably
management.
just the management.
You know, retail.
It's retail.
Shout out to all the
Oh.
retail workers.
It's
Yeah.
a brand that we fuck
Jackie's House Podcast, the podcast for the blue-collar working class, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The bourgeoisie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so good for you. Leave that.
Trying.
Leave that part
I'm
of
just-
your life.
I'm just happy to be back.
Yeah.
I don't know, cause also it kind of leaves like a healthy relationship because ever since like school started and that like me and Angelo like don't like live in the same city and we come back like once a week, it leaves like healthy room to like update each other then, and stuff to talk about
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
For example, that earthquake.
Oh yeah, that earthquake. That earthquake was kind of crazy. I mean, I was definitely just laying right here in my bed, and all of a sudden I just feel this hard like
Shake.
just shift. It wasn't even a shake to me. It was just one hard shift where I just went this way and then like left and then right, and then I was done.
I was in bed and literally, because I was on the 3rd floor, and I could feel, and my bed already is like not even that stable, so I literally felt like this, and then I think like downstairs, like someone dropped their cup or whatever.
Oh, I see.
And when the earthquake happened, we were both in school, so that means there was like 60 miles between all 3 of us, and we all felt it.
Because like where I am to like where Aragi is, that's over 70 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's a lot. Yikes. That so we all felt it, and we all immediately texted each other like, hey,
y'all good?
Y'all good?
Y'all
Yeah.
felt that?
Vibe check?
Yeah.
It was a pretty hard vibe check, not gonna lie.
It was crazy. I don't remember the last time I felt an earthquake. I think the last one I slept through it.
Wow. I mean, that's honestly most of the stories though.
Usually that
it just you sleep through it. And
Yeah.
I don't know how like
I sleep on a couch bed, like a pull-out like futon type of thing, so like super low to the ground. I was legit like whoa. I was
Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, it wasn't even like a fast vibrating shake. It was just like, woo, like back and forth, low key.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I would consider that experience? Spooky! Boom!
Oh.
Halloween cast!
Yeah, that might not have been even like a seismic thing. That might have been like paranormal type
That
of
was
shit,
some,
yo.
yeah, that, like, you're gonna tell me there's an earthquake felt over 70 miles? Nah, fam.
Nah.
That's ghosts!
Can't be.
That's a monster.
That was ghouls.
Well, okay, wait.
What?
Is the Bay Area on a fault line? Or isn't just
Close
all
to
of,
San Andreas. I
isn't
mean,
just all of California?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You were screwed.
Yeah, I haven't taken geography.
Yeah, we're right next to a hard fault, so... I mean, but that's why we get the earthquakes. That's, like, why it's kind of known for, like...
In an end-of-the-world situation, every area in the world has their own thing.
Has their own big one.
California, yeah. When the big one happens. Have we mentioned this on the podcast?
No.
The big one? Well, this is the first mention of the big one.
The big
It's
one.
coming.
It's coming.
We're not even going to say what it's about, but it's coming.
The big one.
The
You guys
big
are
one.
prepared for the big one, right?
Maybe drop a bomb drop there. But, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when the big one happens, every region in the world is going to have their own thing. California,
It's earthquake.
since it's not even an earthquake, it's so big that since it's right on the fault line,
Right.
that like western part of the fault is gonna go under,
Just
man.
go-
It's
it's
just
gonna get
going,
sucked in.
It's going down for real. Yeah, you heard it here, folks.
So here's how it go. If you're near the coast, tsunamis is gonna be your fear, your apocalyptic fear, right? You're living in the middle of the country, you got tornadoes out there, bro. Killer tornadoes. That's honestly terrifying. And you know what? I know people who live in like the Midwest of the United States, and they tell me that earthquakes are more terrifying to them than tornadoes are, and I'm like,
Where's Yellowstone?
I should know this.
Yellowstone
Oh,
is
if it
an
blows?
underground dormant volcano that when the big one happens,
Oh no.
that shit is gonna explode. It's not gonna be one of those lava eruption like slow things.
Nah, it's gonna blow.
That's gonna be like a big boom.
It's in Wyoming. Damn, Wyoming.
Damn, Wyoming. Hope y'all ready for the big one. I'm pretty sure they know. Y'all seen 2012?
Y'all seen it? That's right.
That's what happened.
Dang. It really be like that. Okay, well, you know what? The ghosts are out tonight.
Spooky.
It's a full moon. It's not a full moon. What moon is it? Do you know?
It's a waxing
Oh.
gibbon, or I don't know. No, I don't know the phases
What
of the moon.
Yo.
You know all
Check.
those
Were
different
you?
things, waxing, waning,
Yeah.
different things. I
You
don't know.
lost me.
Sorry.
It's
Well,
okay.
now we're gonna go into a segment called Spooky Vibe Check.
Spooky vibe check. All right.
What the?
I'm ready.
I hope your vibes are ready to get
Yeah,
checked.
check me out.
Because we're about to tell some spooky tales, all right?
Check your vibe before you wreck your vibe, bitch.
Oh.
All right, no, let's get into it. When was the moment in your life when you were legitimately terrified? When you thought like, I mean, unless it's like, super personal and serious, don't get in that. But I mean like a moment where it's like an actual legitimate scary thing has happened, or you think is happening, And maybe if you have a paranormal story, that would be better than just telling an actual real life scary situation.
I think mine has to do with when I was a kid. I had a lot of lucid dreams.
Oh.
But
Actually, let's
Compulsion?
switch. Let's
Yeah, let's
switch.
switch.
Hold on, sorry guys. We're
That's
doing a
the
little
original
musical
plan.
chairs.
Sorry, I'm
No, it's okay. We don't
soft-spoken
You don't have to
gal.
apologize for shit.
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's technology. It's holding us back.
Okay, is that better?
I think it is.
Okay. Oh, what was I saying?
You were saying you were a child, a young
Oh!
lass.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a lot of lucid dreams, and I never really thought too much about it until now, and how like they kind of scarred me or scare me because like I know I'm controlling it, and I explain it to my parents and everyone around me, but they're like, this is a dream. But I know for a fact, 'cause I could like name like all of them, like detail by detail, because I know I was controlling it. I know what was happening, and yeah, and they're always like kind of like close to just me dying
Oh wow!
or falling into like a pit of like
But you could control
bright
it?
light. Yeah, it was weird. Okay, so like one of them specifically was when I was living in a home. I was about to say where.
Oh, well, maybe not like you can control like the shit that happens in it. Like you can't control like
I was
the
controlling my
environment.
actions.
Oh yeah, you're like
Oh.
fully conscious.
Okay,
Eventually-
I thought you meant you could control everything, and yet you were
Well, you
still
can, like,
choosing
water
to have a
bend it,
lucid
yeah.
dream.
No, well, there was stuff like that, but I know I was I couldn't control the environment around
Yeah,
me,
yeah, definitely.
but I was controlling what action led up to the next, and it always like I always woke up like me like falling to like a pit of like bright light, and I always thought like I was kind of like on the brink of death. Like what? Because I remember every time I started the lucid dream, it's literally like my soul like lifting out from my body. I see myself sleeping, and I'm like just keep floating, and then everything is like scary monsters, and I'm like trying to run away from something, but I don't know like why my heart is beating, and then suddenly like I always like hop over a fence, and then there's just like this pit of bright like
Lights.
light, and then I wake up and I'm like like gasping for air, and I'm like am I dying or like what's going on? And this is not just like one time, this was like probably
like
multiple
reoccurring?
like reoccurring all throughout like my elementary to middle school. It finally stopped like probably my sophomore year in high school, where like all the crazy shit dream like started to like calm down, but it definitely like reoccurs.
Wow,
Yeah, scary.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
So we got full body control of lucid dreaming. What about
Sorry.
you? What about you?
Mine's kind of sucky. So, in the second grade, I think, I watched this like scary movie, a scary Tagalog movie with my family, and basically like the premise of it is, I don't know if like you guys are well known with like Chinese culture and shit, but like some Chinese shit is like kind of embedded into Filipino culture as well. So there's these like
Colonization.
yeah.
Sorry.
There's these like octagon shaped red mirrors. It's like a red octagon with like a small circular mirror in the center of it, and people hang it over their doors and shit. And in the movie, there was this haunted, like, I don't know what to call it, like an artifact or a mirror, or like, yeah, basically the mirror. It's like haunted, and there's this one household that hung it over their door, and whenever people looked in it, they saw how they died. And thinking back at it now, like, that's not that scary. And also thinking back, I kind of overreacted, but I was what? Okay, so second grade. I was like what, 7 or 8?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah, I watched that, and that shit terrified me because a lot of my aunties in their houses, they have that same shit. They have that same red mirror, and I didn't like see any like killer like stab me in my reflection.
Were you anticipating it?
But like, yeah, I was anticipating it, and like, this is the part where I was overreacting looking back at it now. But like, it haunted me because like, well, like just looking at it once, I didn't see myself dying, but like just the fact that I looked at it, I felt like for like a good like 2 weeks, whenever I went to, like, I couldn't be alone. Like whenever I was at home, I was like either with my mom or with my dad, or like when I went to bed, I went to sleep in between them. And then when I went to school, I was legit like terrified because I think I was still like half learning English, half kind of, yeah, just trying to learn English. I'm still like speaking Tagalog and shit, and I didn't really like have that much communication with other people. I didn't have like that many friends yet. So like I was alone and terrified of a fucking movie. Knowing that I looked into the mirror and I was anticipating my death anytime at any moment at school. So like I remember sitting by the walls, just like crisscross applesauce, just like shaking like back and forth, like,
oh my
fuck,
god,
like what is like I couldn't focus in class.
Oh
like I mean,
god.
second grade you're not really like learning much, but like
yeah.
I wasn't like focusing. I would go to the nurse's office just because like I that shit legit like fucked me up.
Oh my god.
I low-key want to rewatch it just to see how like not scary it is.
Yeah. Just so
But,
you can
yeah.
get closure for yourself.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about the movie Orphan.
Orphan.
Yo, that shit happened in real life.
Well, it
though.
did happen in real life. It's just ever since watching that movie once, it kind of like made me scared to make new friends. Because what if they are like a 30-year-old woman trying to kill me?
Wait, but okay, so
Yeah.
like when it happened in real life, wait, was the movie based off of that? Because
No.
I just heard about it recently.
No.
Did it-
I think the case happened years ago, but I'm not too sure about the whole thing. Do you know about it, Raggy?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Do you know the movie though, right?
I don't.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
Oh, you
should watch it.
it.
You should watch it. It's fucking crazy.
So basically,
She was
I'll
9.
just talk about the case itself. So this is not like, and whatever I'm saying is not very accurate, just based off of what I remember. So there's this married couple that adopted a child. So what they thought it was a child. However, they found out that the child was actually an adult, like a full-grown adult. I think like 22 years old.
Oh, the real life one.
Yeah, that adopted child. But the parents still try to like love her and everything. However, there were many instances where that child would like attempted to kill the mother, like push her into like electric wire fence
And try to rape the father.
Yeah.
Damn.
Do that. And there was one, I remember this in the article, but the mom said that one time she woke up in the middle of the night and that like little kid, or not even little kid, but the adopted lady, the orphan, she was standing over her bed with a knife, and the mom got terrified. I was like, why are you trying to do this? And then the orphan was explained, I'm just waiting for the right moment to kill you. And even then, like the parents tried to hide, and they have like another child, like their biological kid.
Yeah.
And they tried hiding all the knives, and that still didn't work. And it came to a point where the parents left the apartment to that orphan But the thing is that orphan like lived in this apartment for all these years, yet still convinced its neighbors that this is like a 6-year-old.
Wait,
So
were they white?
Yes.
Wait, okay, so
I think she's from Europe, the orphan. Yeah.
wait, but if the parents knew that she's like a 22-year-old, why would they continue to treat her like a child?
Again, if you read up on the article,
Also, there's
so-
probably some legal shit when like since you adopted them, it's like you can't really like.
wait, so
I
you're
don't
saying
know.
you're saying this is the movie was based off of this?
I don't know.
Okay, because I just looked it up, and I think that what actually happened was that there was a case that just happens to be super similar to the movie. The movie isn't actually based off of anything.
And then the case just.
The case just happened to happen where there was a 22-year-old pretending to be a child.
Yeah,
who
it
got
just came up
adopted.
recently.
Yeah,
In the
it just came
movie,
up
she's
recently.
33 or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
Jesus.
Yeah, she killed the
Kid first.
the son in the
Yo,
movie.
spoilers!
Oh,
You're spoiling for people who haven't seen 2009's
Yeah.
Orphan.
Yeah.
Like
You
me.
should watch- did they?
I'm just kidding. I just read the case. I know what
Yeah.
happened.
Also, like in a movie that has like killings and stuff, the killings aren't really the spoilers. It's really like how it works, like how it
Right,
happens
right,
and shit.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, and the daughter, the little girl in the orphan, like the movie, she's deaf, and they really like play along with it really cool. There's a scene, but you should watch it. Sorry. But finish this podcast and then watch it.
Finish this podcast.
No, pause it right here. Watch
Pause
it.
it at
Come
the-
back.
Rewind. Make sense of it.
Oh my god. Yeah, listen back to the segment you just heard, just so you're in the loop now. Even though she kind of told like the biggest spoiler, I guess, is that
I don't remember.
The orphan isn't a child.
Ah, shit.
the whole like mystery
Hey,
of that movie
forget
is that
about
the
it.
orphan is not a child, right?
Is that a spoiler, or is that like kind of said from the get go?
Oh, is it said from the get go?
No, it's not said from the get go, but you.
Shit. I'm sorry. We're sorry.
I just
They
realized.
do this. They do this.
I think it's like reference.
God damn it.
Um,
Fuck.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oops.
Damn, this is a case where
Well, the
the
case
we
that
don't have to apologize for shit does not apply to this.
Yeah.
We're legit sorry,
For
guys.
spoiling 2009's
The orphan.
Because we did mention the case first, and then it was related to the movie, and then we just
Yeah.
realized that.
Did we mention the case first, or did you just say that you had a thing that reminded you of Orphan the movie, and then we talked about the movie, and then we talked about the case?
Either way, I'm very sorry about the spoiler.
Oops. Sorry.
Oopsie.
Anyway, well, who cares? It happened, and sorry if you haven't seen a movie that's over 10 years old now, so that's on you. That's your fault.
But you can still watch it. It's really good.
It's really good. Apparently.
From me being in the fifth
Yeah,
grade.
exactly.
I
Oh,
thought-
yeah.
I thought it was
We were-
terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
I was in the fifth grade because I know
Yeah.
in 2010 I left my elementary school. Sixth grade. Yeah,
Dang.
that just revealed how old I am. Oh my god. Oh, well, that's not a secret if you followed my Instagram.
Ooh, like she fucking told you in the first episode.
Ooh.
Dang.
Maybe you should follow all of us so you get to know the real us.
Follow our Twitter, not my Instagram. I'm not giving that out. Sorry.
Follow the boys' Twitter and the girls' Instagram.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna we're probably gonna make a Jackie's House Twitter, because, you know, me and Angelo have been posting it just on our social media, and then like we just kind of push it out there.
Very true.
So
Dude, when we make a
like,
Twitter
when we
for
make a
Jackie's
Twitter,
house,
It's gonna be fun.
and when we see who follows us,
we'll know.
we'll know,
We
who
know
the
you.
we'll know who the real ones are.
Yeah, friends.
Yeah. Well,
Which friend is listening?
Hey.
Oh,
Hopefully
sorry.
Hopefully later. There'll be a lot more of you where we're
Yeah.
not.
We don't know you or anything.
Exactly.
That'd
Yeah,
be-
I'm
that'd be
not
great.
like hinting at my friends who are listening and don't finish.
Bro,
Oh
stop
my
calling
god!
him out,
You're calling
bro.
him. They're gonna be
I'm
like,
just kidding,
like Mario. We
guys.
did listen to the whole thing. You said it at exactly 27 minutes. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you reach this far into this podcast, you're a real one.
epic. Thanks for listening to our Halloween special. We're
What's
trying
the
to make it
timestamp right
spooky. I mean, it's not accurate
Oh,
Ah,
right,
shit.
you're right.
because
Well,
I'm gonna cut
It's been
part
like
of
probably
the
25.
If you are listening to this, you should like screenshot whenever I just called you out on, and then
Post it
post
on your
it
Instagram story.
and promote Jackie's house.
Exactly.
Dude, I'm good.
And then people are gonna be like, "What was that timestamp about?" Then they get to the timestamp, and guess what? It's Mario fucking telling you to get your
ha,
shit together.
losers.
Fucking losers.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Like,
Who would have thought?
not me.
Hopefully that meme's not dead in a week when
I
this
know.
goes up.
It might be.
Honestly,
Knowing
I
how
don't.
fast
No.
the
6
internet works.
days. 6 days until this goes up. That's actually a chance it could die.
Yeah.
I don't think it will though.
Memes die so fast.
Memes die pretty fast.
But I love this meme. So in my eyes, it's not gonna
Dude,
die.
as we're recording it, it could already be dying.
dying.
it
It
could
could have.
already.
It could have been like
a new
one or
meme
two.
could have just taken over.
It could have been a
But
1 or
Paul
2 day meme.
Rudd,
Paul Rudd's. See, listen, Paul Rudd is great, but memes go by so fast.
So wait,
it's
what is that?
probably
What is
done.
that video from? It's from his Hot
It's Hot
Ones?
Ones, yeah.
Okay, so it's a Hot Ones episode. Those memes, they stick around for a bit. I've like the crying Shaq meme.
Yeah, the Shaq one is still there.
I mean,
Iconic.
is it still there? Not as prevalent as like
His
the
face.
Oh no,
most.
no! I just saw like a recent one where someone edited it of
Gordon
him-
Ramsay.
Wait,
Sorry.
wait.
Get that sound clip of Mario excitedly saying Gordon Ramsay, please.
Okay, no, but the Shaq
so
one.
sorry.
Someone edited the part where he's like surprisingly like shocked at how spicy it is, and
Yeah.
he damn near chokes.
Yeah.
To like they edited a blunt
Oh.
in his hand to where like he looks like he's choking, and then like coughs up like hella smoke. It actually looks like pretty on point.
Well, see, that's the thing. I think there's a meme lifespan chart. I think it's like you start and you instantly get to prime. I think you peak early as a meme.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
well,
as
now,
a meme,
nowadays,
it's like
nowadays.
skyrockets.
Yeah.
and then
So
dies.
it skyrockets, right? And then it peaks. And then once I think often we see a lot of people call it out where they say like, "Oh, this person's using this meme. That means that meme is dead." But I really think
What,
a meme.
PewDiePie? Meme review?
No.
Once it's on
No.
meme review, it's dead, right? Isn't that the whole like?
Well, that's just
gauge for it?
because he films those in advance, and then by the time they come
That's
out,
true.
they're dead.
Yeah.
I think but if we were to see like, I don't know, if we to see like a political person use a meme, then we'd be
Oh,
like,
definitely, yeah.
we'd be
yeah.
like, ooh, this meme is dead. But
Yeah.
but I think what actually is the only way memes get pushed out of the spotlight is being replaced. I don't think memes
Yeah.
naturally die. I think they get replaced by one that's in the spotlight, and then you go into the second phase of life, which is like it's either like ignored and not liked, or like the community takes it back, I guess, and then like transforms memes into something else.
I don't know because I
Really?
think I have a different like life span like view of a
Really?
meme than you, because there are some super like niche like
Oh my
obscure
God.
memes.
Like
Some of them
Example.
will never see the light of mainstream day.
example.
Huh?
Example.
Well,
What's an example?
Okay, but I still think the fact that you saw them, the fact that somebody created a meme and then
That's its-
posted it and you saw it,
That's
Yeah,
the-
it got to you, so that means that's like its peak. Like its peak is relative.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean all of them have the same peak.
That's true. That's true.
I just mean some of them they hit the scene, everyone thinks it's fucking hilarious, and then they share it around, and then you see it too much, and you're like, I'm ready to
meme-
move on.
yeah,
and then
every
you move
meme
on.
has the same pattern, no matter like despite its context.
Mm-hmm.
It has its own pattern.
At least I think so. At least I.
Well, I agree with you.
I see. I think like okay, because you say like
Yeah.
memes just naturally like get replaced. You
Yeah.
think it's like, you think people like move on because they need to get a new meme, or
No.
It's
just
the
the
internet
fact
attention
that,
span.
I think I don't know about if it's attention span, because it's literally like I can see a meme once it gets like mainstream. I'm like, it's not that I'm like sick of it and I need a new one. It's just like, this shit is cringy. Like there are some
It
memes.
becomes cringy.
Well, I think
that
some
what you-
memes are just like cringy from the get go.
Inherently.
Inherently cringy.
Yes.
And that
That's
yeah,
the title of this episode.
Inherently cringy.
Imagine being labeled as that.
Inherently cringy.
I mean,
That might be us. We might already be labeled by that.
to some people who are like too dank for their own good, maybe.
Dank.
Yeah, you fucking 4chan nerds.
No cap.
No cap. All smoke.
Oh my god.
I'm
That was
playing.
disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting.
I'm playing with
you just gave them a vibe check.
You just vibe checked me.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Oh boy.
The moment I vibe check you,
Yeah?
Yeah?
We ain't ready.
no one will be. I won't be ready.
I won't be here.
Holy shit.
Vibe check.
Was deep.
This is just a bunch of nonsense. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. That's just kind of
Natural.
natural nonsense going on.
This is how we talk normally, though.
That's true. That's true.
Very
I mean,
natural.
we're just talking, but now we're recording.
Oops. Who let us record?
That's how you know we're
Who
real.
the fuck passed you the mic?
We're sharing a mic.
Are you gonna expose our fucking janky setup?
Yeah. Okay.
Three
Look.
people
Okay.
huddled around
Okay. Here's the
one.
thing. I used to
I have no
have.
problem with that.
I used to have a, what's it called? I used to have the converter box where you could plug multiple mics into it, then it would go out to one output. I used to have it. I don't have it anymore,
Is
so
that
we have to use
expensive?
you and mic. Yeah, it's a little expensive.
How much?
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, bro,
I want to invest.
humble beginnings.
What?
Episode like 85. We're gonna be looking back at this.
And be like, yo, dude, I can't believe you used
with
one mic in my room.
3 individual like professional microphones.
We're gonna use those shotgun mics that have like the what's it called? Like the side is like just kind of pointed towards you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they only pick up a direction.
Yes.
They
There's a
don't
noise gate and shit like that.
Yeah, there's a noise gate around the whole thing except
Yeah.
for just one way. God,
We're gonna get
it's the
there.
dream. The shotgun mic is the dream.
Dude, 3rd episode.
Yeah.
We're dreaming big.
Big dreams.
Big dreams.
Die hard.
What?
Wait, no, I'm just kidding.
Big dreams. I don't know. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, folks.
Dude, I get
sorry.
scared so easily.
You want to explain what just happened?
Dude, I don't know. I didn't look at you, but you know what? I'm sitting right in between both of them, and Raggy is on my left
Is that
side.
meant to scare the listeners too?
No, it was more for you. It was more for you
Okay,
guys.
but like you were on my left, and you know what I wanted to do? Because I wanted to do this.
Oh, like
Don't
punch
edit the
both
sound.
ways.
I want it to be that loud.
That's kind of loud.
It's spooky.
Okay, spooky. It's the Halloween episode. If you were prepared for a jump scare, put up a jump scare. I'm just kidding. Put up an actual picture of Jackie.
We're like 30 minutes in, but like, yo, attention. Listen to this at night. Don't listen to this while you're driving.
30 minutes in?
Yeah, don't listen to this while you're driving or anything. Listen to this at night when you're in bed.
This is really
Get
random, but like, cause when I was a kid, maybe in high school, I would scream a lot,
Oh, wow.
and I used to think that my scream sounded very theatrical, and I thought I would be perfect for like horror movies, and that key person in Scream was me.
Is you?
Yeah.
Would you be just the voice acting for
scream-
screaming? Or
Yes.
like Batman screaming?
Yes. I wanted to genuinely do
get
that.
some
Hit,
money out
hit
of
up
that.
her Instagram. Get some. If you need a sample of just a scream, I have a nice casting microphone where it's essentially kind of almost a shotgun mic, and I'll get a nice clear
12
clip.
gauge shoddy
I
mic.
really think I'm good at screaming.
Are you gonna put in a sound? Gun clocking sound?
God damn it! Every edit they ask me to do adds 10 hours to the work.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't.
Wait, every sound
Every
is
sound
10 hours?
Adds 10 hours. Well, okay.
Oh,
What's it called?
okay. Sorry.
The second explosion where Mario left like a longer silence, that actually took me a bit to find.
I'm sorry.
Because I didn't want
For
to.
free or something?
Yeah,
Because
one.
you have to like.
Yeah. So I only have a limited choice of like royalty free,
Yeah.
and I also just got to go through the sound effects, and I didn't want to either extend one that's shorter or just like kind of speed up one that's longer.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally had to find one that was the exact like amount of seconds Mario left that silence, and I was just like, Can't find this fucking clip, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be more
That's-
talkative.
That's what I want.
Silence?
No, not
Oh.
silent. I'm talking about bits.
Oh,
I'm talking about. So
we're a bit.
this whole thing is a bit. Just kidding, guys. Jackie's House podcast isn't real. It's a bit.
Yeah.
If you made it this far, you're a joke. Call
Speaking-
yourself a clown for Halloween.
Haha, here's your fucking application since you want to be a goddamn clown.
Hey, you're not good enough to get into clown school.
You know what? Alexa, tell us a joke.
Why did the raven get kicked out of the tavern?
Why?
Because it was a crowbar. Caw! Caw!
Damn!
She just straight. Why was that so loud?
Way to add that for that
said
Halloween
caw.
feel
Aw.
of the crow.
Yeah. Well,
Spooky.
Damn, Alexa, you funny.
damn, Alexa, you kind of.
You kind of make me act freaky on Halloween.
Feeling kind of frisky, Alexa.
Feeling
Damn.
kind of spoopy on Halloween.
Whoa,
huh?
Ew.
Alexa.
I'm gonna end this bit. I'm gonna cancel this bit.
Damn, Alexa.
Yeah, let's cancel.
I'm having second thoughts about Siri.
Oh, dude, you know what I did write on here? That's actually super old news now,
Oh.
What?
we were last recorded 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Dude, we never talked about the refinery explosion.
Oh,
Fuck, man.
that happened in the week span where we didn't record.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Let's start a conspiracy theory.
So yeah, guys, there was a refinery here in the Bay Area, here in Hercules, that just blew up. It just blew up.
Like, there's no reason found.
Well,
I'm sure there's a reason found,
Oh.
but
was it triggered by the earthquake? Because it was literally like that was literally the day after the earthquake, right?
maybe before.
Oh. I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I could have sworn that like the night the
I guess we
earthquake
could just
happened,
look it up.
and then like the day after, I see on the news refinery explosion.
Dang.
Maybe.
I think so because I remember that day like Twitter was blowing like Bay Area Twitter was like blowing up like, yo, y'all good, like fucking earthquake explosion and then something else. Do you remember what else?
There's a third one, but
Yeah.
third event in the Bay.
Yeah, there was a fire.
I mean, there's
today
a
in
fire, yeah. The
in the
Sonoma
Sonoma
fire,
area.
yeah.
which I'm
I
not
hope
there.
you're
today.
safe. Hey, man, we hope you're all safe if you're out there.
Next
That's
thing
yeah.
you know it,
that's fucking hard.
there'll
Yeah.
be a zombie apocalypse.
Eh.
Well, I don't believe in that, but you know, spoopy vibes.
Spoopy vibes. Oh
I'm
yeah.
more prepared for the big one.
I don't think
Can we not
anyone's
bring it
prepared
back
for
to the big one?
What do you mean? That's the scariest thing you can talk about. On a Halloween special. It's the big one.
I'm scared of the big
Ghosts? Ew, no.
The
I'm
big
scared
one?
of the big one.
We should make a horror movie called The
Big
Big
One.
One.
Big one.
But then,
and
like,
they don't
like-
show anything. Dude, that would be the trolliest thing. Like, nothing.
Like an hour,
the whole
30-minute
time they're
film.
preparing and nothing. Like, they don't. Not even like a second of disaster. Just nothing.
Anticipating.
Yeah. Just anticipation the entire time.
Everyone's no, but see the thing is though, but everyone in the movie knows. The audience is the one that doesn't know. So when they talk to each other, they're like, "So you're preparing for the big one?" It's like, yeah. Me and Chelsea got the bags packed. We're ready to go at any second. Anytime the big one strikes. That's nice.
Can we make this happen in the future?
Can we make a bit?
Okay, yeah. Hey, guys, coming soon to Jackie's House podcast channel. We'll
The
do,
big one.
Jackie's
we'll do a
House
skit.
Productions.
Whoa.
I mean, we could. YouTube allows you to change the name now of channels. So
That's pretty sick.
we could. So I mean, we
Because
could
if we
just
change it to productions, we're just gonna be a multimedia
entity.
empire. No.
Empire.
We are 3 people.
Yeah, we're 3 people on our 3rd episode of a podcast.
Trying to conquer the world.
By the way, our
Humble
channel,
beginnings.
Our channel has applied for monetization, but
What?
Well, just you could do that as soon as you started if you
Yeah.
want. But
That's not gonna.
it's probably added up to about 80 cents right now. so definitely not making that YouTube money yet.
Yeah, you know we're not doing it for the money.
Yeah, we're doing it for Jackie. Actually, we are doing it for the money because we need to pay rent because Jackie is indeed kicking us out. That wasn't a bit the last time we talked about it.
She's kicking us out?
We have an eviction notice. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You didn't tell her?
What the
Shit.
Dude.
Dude.
We'll talk about this after the show.
Well, I mean, she gave us 60 days, but that was like 40 days ago.
Damn.
It's just So you have like probably 20 days to find a new place to live because Jackie's not gonna let us stay here.
I'm screwed. Maybe I could bribe her.
Yeah, maybe you could bunk with Nigel.
In Nigel's corner.
Nigel's corner. Let's throw it to our next segment. Nigel's corner.
Nigel's corner.
No, I'm just kidding. There's no segment called that.
Oh.
But well, here's the thing.
What?
Oh no, fuck, he's in school.
He's in school, dummy. Sorry, guys.
All right, sorry, but we were discussing whether we should call Chris, but we realized that he's an insane person and goes to school at the weirdest times. We're recording this at 8:30 at night.
He gets
He's
out of
not
school
done with class until
like
11:30 or some shit.
No, 11. I think.
So
No, I'm not gonna. Not to that.
you can't do a visual joke on an audio show.
I'm not even. Let's not explain it.
It's okay.
But they're listening.
Hey guys, episode
3.
let's say episode 12. Episode 12 we'll do the first
Visual
face cam podcast.
Oh my god.
I don't know why I said episode 12. What if we're not ready by episode 12 to
We'll do it through Skype. We'll do it through Zoom.
No, do the Uvu.
You ever do a Zoom meeting?
I've never done Uvu Jobber though, so.
Yeah.
It's
It's like,
It took me like 3 seconds
Never
to
been-
understand.
Never been to Uvu Jobber. I'm just sorry.
Dude, I'm losing touch with like Vine references. Or it's not that. It's just like the whole like
TikTok?
There's the era of like when Vine was a thing, and then there's the era of Vine was canceled, and then there were
Post-Vine?
so many post Vine Vine compilations, and now they're not as popular anymore. And
It's taken over by TikTok.
Yeah.
but the thing is, I don't even watch TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm just like kind of distant from that now.
Yeah, but I mean,
kind of a
how what's it
void
called?
in my heart.
Oh?
Who put it? Who
Who put it on the map?
There was someone I'm watching on YouTube. If I know, I'll put it on screen right now. But if there was somebody I was watching, and it may have been like Drew Gooden or Danny Gonzalez, like that group. They were talking about how
Those comedy boys.
those comedy boys.
Yeah.
They were talking about how Vine was specifically, like Vine encapsulates a certain like generation, and that like when TikTok is starting to take over, that a lot of people are on the internet are pointing it out like it's the same audience when it's really not. Like even those guys who are Viners are saying like we're disconnected from TikTok as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because it's the let these
the
kids
next
have.
thing.
And that's the thing. It's like I could look at TikTok and be like that's cringy, but then I also realize, dude, probably Vines were cringier to 20-year-olds when I was making and doing them.
That's very true.
So I just think like, you know what? Let these kids have their thing. They're kids. We had Vine. They could have TikTok. I don't care.
But Vine as an entertainment like source
Yeah.
was also just as much a social media thing, because I remember like me and all my friends in class weren't even making Vines to like blow up. We were just making like
6-second
Vines of
videos.
6-second videos of everyday life, just fucking around in
Exactly.
class.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was
No plot, just random shit.
it was also just a basic format. You held the screen, you recorded the video.
Yeah.
But
TikTok is way more
Times were
complicated
so
than that.
simple back
TikTok
then.
is
Literally. Like, there's so much, like, music and editing that goes along with it. And it's much longer. Compared to Vine, you have to, like, compact that into, like, a 6-second, like, skit. And,
Right,
like,
right.
that's it,
Didn't you used to make like
Shut
Are you about
up,
to do
you made
bro.
loops?
Yes, I used to make those, like, edited...
put
like,
one on the
No
screen.
shame. No,
I'm just
no
kidding.
shame.
Oh.
No shame.
Yeah, I had a good following.
Why
Those
would there
are-
be shame?
Because it seemed like she was like taking that with
Oh,
shame. But
I
there's
see.
no
Yeah,
shame.
no,
that shit
no.
was cool.
Yeah, it, like... Because...
Those aesthetic Vine loops, those were nice.
Or, like,
I love those.
Or those video edits of, like, I don't know, because I was more like
Yeah.
really, really into K-pop during Vine
Uh-huh.
too. So like I incorporated in that, and then like once Vine kind of ended, it translated into my Twitter. But like now I'm just not that active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Vine was just a certain path for all. And you know what? The more I think about it, dude, like I'm thinking like, what if like What if my internet age was different, dude? What if I grew up during what if I grew up during the MySpace stage, dude? Like, what if like MySpace was what Vine was, you know? Like just the thing to do.
Wait, did you have a MySpace?
I did have a MySpace.
I did have a MySpace
Yeah.
too.
I mean, but like it really wasn't our thing. It wasn't like something we could embrace. It died too quickly for us to embrace it.
Really? You
I
might have
think-
gone on that. Like,
not for me.
Yeah, no, because like me and her, we were like super like we were. That was like
I used to make fun of Facebook because I was on MySpace.
MySpace
when I went to
before
when I
Facebook.
went to Facebook, I made fun of MySpace.
Really?
Yes.
Dang, I thought because I had a MySpace, I made fun of like all the old people go on Facebook.
I
know
was on
what's-
MySpace for the long. I was on MySpace since I was like 5, dude.
You know what's crazy
Oh my
is that
God.
like
Yeah.
it took me so long to actually make a Facebook because I had like reservations about making one because I was like, oh, it's so like such a like even before the term normie was a thing.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
it's
like
like
Facebook's just like such a normie thing.
Really?
So I had MySpace, Tumblr, and then
Yeah, I had a
Facebook.
Tumblr.
No, that's different for me
It's a
too.
different order for you.
Yeah, but mine's MySpace, Facebook, Tumblr.
Oh, that's
MySpace,
me.
Facebook, Tumblr.
Yeah, because and then when I went to Facebook, dude, I felt the same way about MySpace. I was like, dude,
Well, I think
such
I
a
was still
normie
like
thing to
active
do.
on my Tumblr while I had a MySpace or while I had a Facebook.
Same for me.
That's
Okay.
more so for me.
But
I was super active on Tumblr though. Oh
yeah,
my
me too,
God.
dude. I used to. That's where I got my origin in writing.
Yeah, I used to be super into it's Tumblr and Wattpad.
Yeah, Wattpad.
I was obsessed with like writing stories, even though they're very cringy. If you, well, no, nope, I'm not
Okay.
gonna get there. Yeah,
What were you saying?
what?
I didn't say anything.
Oh no,
thought
well,
you were gonna
it looked
continue.
like you wanted to continue. But
I
we
don't
were
know.
talking
Get an
about-
OMG pop?
Well,
Is that the games thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I think I did.
it's
If
just
I
like
remember
a
correctly.
thing that had like a website that had its own like
Games.
games. Like
Yeah,
it made
yeah.
its own games.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
how like
I knew that.
what's it called? Addicting Games had
Yeah.
like random flash games uploaded by different people.
Yeah, yeah.
OMG Pop is just like a privatized version of that.
Yeah, I do remember that actually, and it's
But bro, okay, so like,
like-
what's your should we do it by games or by websites?
do what?
Websites.
Ranking. We're gonna rank something.
Rank what?
Like okay, what you
Rank-
gotta give me websites
Okay,
first.
rank. No, but like the websites kind of just have all the same games. Let's rank some Flash games, okay?
I don't know. Flash
don't
games
know
off the
that
top of
well,
my head.
though.
Yeah, I mean, I used to
Inter-
play them, but they can't win.
Interactive Buddy.
I mean, I know about that. Yeah, I know about Interactive Buddy.
Well, so this was just like something that you kind of like just dipped your feet in. Or?
No, I had a phase of like.
Okay, cause Do you watch Nakey Jakey or?
I used to.
Okay. He has this video about Flash games, and it's something that I relate to so fucking hard because I didn't get a PC until 2016 when I bought it
Wow.
off of Josh. That was my first PC. I didn't have
Wow.
a real my first gaming system was
PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 2.
Oh, PlayStation 2.
And I had a bunch of like normie like Activision games of like Jimmy Neutron, Avatar. Avatar was fun though, but like all of those like things based off of shows, not like original.
Right.
Oh.
No
I
original.
mean, I played
IPs.
like Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank was dope, but other than that, like a bunch of like Spider-Man 2 was dope too though. But
Spider-Man 2 is great. Like that's a borderline
but like
great game.
besides like I was like
On
yeah,
PlayStation 2?
yeah,
Yes.
a lot
Oh,
of
I played. What's that one? Is that the raccoon? Sly.
Sly
Cooper.
Cooper.
Yeah.
I
I like that.
It was a lot of like
Or
not
Dragon
original
Ball
things,
Z.
but like based off of movies and shows. So like, I was kind of like a normie gamer. I think I still am because really the only game that I play now or like regularly play now, if you even want to consider it regularly, is Overwatch. I never really like went deep into like
Other
Right.
that much.
games.
I mean, I like Skyrim and all that.
But that's.
shit.
I mean, it's more just like. It's more like how just what you grew up with. I think.
Yeah, I grew up on fucking Flash games.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, on my
It
like
wasn't that much for me, but I see what you're saying.
yeah, on like the
PlayStation
one
2. Kingdom
on the one
Hearts 2.
HP desktop that we had in the house that kind of took forever to boot up and all that shit. Yeah, I was just playing Flash games.
What about the Wii?
I had the Wii, yeah, right after the PS2. I had Rock Band.
We could have a whole episode where we could talk about this
Video games? Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
okay, so here's the thing: is that for me? I mean, obviously we grew up differently, but definitely for me, like an emphasis was put on video games since I was like fucking born, pretty much.
I understand.
I have every console. like I have pretty much almost every console. I have the NES that came out in the 80s, or I wasn't even born, and the NES came out, and I have one. I have pretty much one of everything. And Flash games were like, I hate to say it. This is gonna make me sound like such a fucking dick, but I'm sorry. But Flash games were immediately inferior to me. Like I knew, just because the first game I played as a child was a game that was on the N64, which is automatically those games are better than Flash games. No fact. I appreciated Flash games.
Yeah.
I understood Flash games, and like I had a ton of fun, and I love the versatility of Flash games. You can play a Flash game anywhere because you don't have to download anything.
Yeah.
So you're at school, no one's looking. I'm gonna boot up a Flash game real quick. I'm
Pull
gonna play a
up
Flash.
coolmathmathgames.com.
Cool fucking match. Shout out to
That's the
coolmathgames.com.
only shit that's not
I hope the
fucking blocked.
creators are still like happy.
I hope the servers are still up. Yeah, are they? They
No.
are.
I'm
hope
not talking about
they're
server. I mean the
thriving.
creators.
Oh, okay.
The people who made it.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing good because you made a lot of kids happy,
Yeah.
including this old guy. So.
No, I relate to you, Raggy, or I mean, even to you, because it all just depends on like the context and like how
Look at
you're,
that happy middle.
you know, like how you're raised. Because I was the youngest sibling and also the only girl, so all the consoles, I didn't even get the chance to like play it first ever.
That's interesting.
Those fuckers.
Hey,
Whoa.
take that back.
Angelo, say... Hold on, wait. We both gotta be quiet. Angelo, say a censor word right now.
A censor word?
Yeah, say a word that I'm gonna cut and put over you saying that word.
Flocka.
You fucker! That's how that's gonna sound. There you go.
Yeah, for example, the first one, what's it? The gray one? Is it
The gray one?
64? I just saw the controller.
Oh, the Super Nintendo.
Oh, the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played
The
that.
SNES.
Yeah, that was great. And then the next one was PlayStation 2. And instead of like playing it the first time, I was able to like fall in love with Kingdom Hearts. A little differently from you. But yeah, that I had that on the PlayStation 2, and then Dragon Ball Z.
Which one?
I don't know.
Probably a Budokai game if it's on the
Probably, because I have
Tenkaichi.
Yeah, Budokai Tenkaichi, bitch.
I have what's it called? How to
What's that?
name them? Like they're my godparents, but they're kids. I guess I could call them my cousins.
Yeah, your cousins.
Whatever. Yeah, they exposed me to that type of stuff.
Cousins is an umbrella term to me.
Yeah, my cousins exposed me to all those games.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, but then I remember the ones like on my desktop. It was the type where you could do 2-player and it's just like shooting like.
Those are the Flash games.
Yep,
that
with
I
like
love.
flowers instead of like blood. It could be flowers
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, or like a searching game.
You ever play Bowman? Well, the thing.
Yes, actually. Is that the one where you...
The thing is with and there's another
I
point
like
that
Peggle.
there's another point that what's his name, Nakey Jakey made in his video, but it was like a lot of like the formats of like Flash games back then have been, or like you can literally take that format and adapt it to mobile games. And
Oh, yeah.
That's basically what Bowman is, because there's an app that's kind of like that.
That's
right?
pretty much Bowman.
Yeah, like power ups and shit. I don't know, but nothing beats.
Remember Temple Run?
Temple Run was quickly moved to mobile and then just like became like a mobile game. Like this is the mobile game to get. It's Temple Run. So
Endless runner genre.
Was there any like mobile game you guys were obsessed with ever?
Nope. No,
Crash
mobile.
Fever.
Well, I mean, define mobile game.
Like a phone game. You got
Okay.
games on your phone.
Then no.
Stop it.
Then no.
What?
Oh.
Because technically, if you want to get technical, anything handheld is mobile.
Oh, that's
So that means
true.
you're encompassing Game
DS.
Boys and DSs and 3DSs and PlayStation Vitas and
PSP?
Yes. PSP, the ultimate
That was ahead
handheld gaming experience.
Actually,
It was ahead
Drop
of its
a
time.
bomb.
It's
Yeah,
ahead of
actually,
its time. It's
Stop
ahead.
telling me to drop fucking bombs.
Yeah, hurt someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
That's
you
ahead
know
of
what,
its
dude?
time.
To close out this podcast, we're gonna go into a fucking pulse rant. fucking
he
push the
just
chair
pushed the
down.
chair,
let's
guys.
go.
Here we
Let's
go. The PlayStation.
Infowars with
Speak into the
balls.
mic. Speak into the mic.
The
sir.
fucking PlayStation Vita, it fucking undersold, okay? It undersold, but you're telling me a game console as purely crafted as the PlayStation Vita fucking undersold? Bro, where's my PlayStation Vita? It's in my closet. God damn it. Okay, look. My PlayStation Vita goes. The touchscreen on the back, but okay, look, you like I don't even know where anything is. Okay, sorry, I unplugged the mic in my rant. Okay. No, you like the fucking PlayStation 4 controllers that have the nice little touchscreen on
Ooh.
it. Vita did it first. On the back, dude. Also, by the way, Assassin's Creed Liberation, when they're like, open this letter, and what you have to do is put your hand on the top of the Vita and like run it along,
Yo.
and it like opens the letter. I was like, this is the coolest shit.
No cap?
No cap. PlayStation
No cap.
Vita, great. The games that were made for it, there's few because they stopped making games
Speak your
for it.
truth.
Yes.
Buy PlayStation Vita. Tell Sony that making handhelds was a good idea.
Say it with your chest.
They were ahead
because
of its time.
They beat honestly. PS Vita, 3DS. I said it. 3DS's game selection wins, but you know what? PlayStation's just innovation.
There.
Gotta give it to them.
Seriously, ahead of its
Unmatched.
time.
Ahead of its time. And that'll
And
round
here
us
we are
out.
with the Switch.
Well, Mario, you haven't done an outro before.
I wish Okay.
Go ahead and tell them bye. It's gonna you know the podcast ends and it goes to like the end card, right? Where like we talk about like subscribing to our thing. You don't actually have to do like a real outro. You can just tell them bye.
Hold outro.
Okay. Thanks for listening to this podcast episode. Just
No.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that?
No, I mean like
That was the end card.
like remember there's an
Oh.
end card
Just
where
say
I
bye.
put in
Just
to
literally
say
like,
Bye, guys. Hi, everyone. I appreciate you listening to Jackie's House podcast. Remember to subscribe on SoundCloud or YouTube to hear a new episode every week. If you want to be friends, our social media is linked in the description box. Bye.